In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA playoff game number 4s for April 24th on Draftkings and Fanduel. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for your game number 4s on Draftkings and Fanduel for April 24th. But before I deep dive into this very, very important 2-game slate, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about the Patreon. Guys, we are absolutely smashing it over on Patreon for the NBA playoffs right now. We're going to ride this high. If you want the NBA Finals futures, there's still time to get on a very good number right now. Sign up for that Patreon right now. We got daily picks. The Knicks already hit. The Celtics are about to win, and the Warriors won on the money line as well. So, guys, sign up for these winning plays right now. The NFL draft is coming up on Thursday. I'm going to be having props for that as well. You think you can't bet on the NFL draft? Of course you can. Sign up right now. That link is down below. Normally, we start out with the injury report. We might as well move on to the point guards. It's just a few things to say. Victor Oladipo is going to be out, okay? Obviously, he had a horrible patella tendon injury. He has a history of knee injuries. Obviously, devastating what happened to him with the Indiana Pacers. Now we had it happen again pretty much with the Miami Heat here. So that might be the end of Oladipo's career. We'll see if he's able to battle back from that. The only other big question mark would be Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he's most likely going to play in this game, in Game 4. It's a must-win situation. If we're looking at the Milwaukee postseason run here, they are 2-1 right now in this series, okay? Well, 1-2. They're down in this series, and you do not want to go in that 1-3 hole there. So this is a must-win game for the Milwaukee Bucks. I expect Giannis Antetokounmpo to play in this game. If things change, then obviously we will alter that, but I'm going guns ho in this particular environment here. Must-win situation. Giannis Antetokounmpo should be playing in this game. They saw how they destroyed Miami in Game 2. They let him sit in Game 3, see if they can keep it close or even win that game. But now this is a very important time for him to be back. So let's start out with the point guard plays. We're going to go to Los Angeles here in D'Angelo Russell. He is bouncing back from poor performance in the beginning of the playoffs where he struggled in Game 2. He played subpar against Minnesota in the play-in game. So D'Angelo Russell here is getting a little bit of home cooking. He's playing a little bit better. We saw him score 17 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds in Game 3 against the Memphis Grizzlies. I expect him to come through with another solid effort here. You're getting a discounted price of D'Angelo Russell here. He was in that 7,600 mid-range tier for the majority of the season. Now you're getting him below 6K, and this is going to be a very, very important environment. He's taking double-digit shot attempts here, 5 of 14. He just needs to knock them down more consistently, and then we could definitely have a 40 bomb here for D'Angelo Russell. So there's tons of upside for Russell at this price. Love him at 5,800. All right. The next guy we're going to go towards will be the leader of the Memphis Grizzlies. All right. As long as he's healthy, we're going to play him. All right. This is their main answer, since a lot of guys on this team is struggling. If Jaren Jackson gets into foul trouble, then Memphis is in trouble. Dylan Brooks can't hit consistent shots, and Desmond Bane has not really showed up. So John Morant here is going to be the guy we're going to focus in on. I'm going to pay up here at $9,600 in salary for that point guard position. Lock that in, secure a high volume. He's going to be aggressive, and if he's knocking down a three-point shot, then we're looking at a very good spot here for John Morant to put this team on his back going up against this very well-oiled machine here in the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, going on to that shooting guard position. So when I said that wasn't stepping up, all right, we're going to have to go towards him. This is a 2-game slate. Things are very, very limited here. We need to go with guys with minutes and usage. Desmond Bane here is the guy that's going to be the main focus here. 7-14 shooting against the Lakers in Game 3. He needed to step up and be more consistent in this one. Obviously, they were down big. They were able to scrap and claw just a little bit back. But here, Desmond Bane, was good to see him knocking down the three-point ball. 42% from that three-point range there. So Desmond Bane at 7,800, he's seen a decrease in price. So we're going to go towards him. These are the main two guys for the Grizzlies that have been the most consistent between Bane and John Morant. We're going to definitely, you can pair those guys and have a nice little stack in this Memphis and LA game, all right? The next guy we're going to go towards at the shooting guard position will be Austin Reeves, okay? Austin Reeves here at 5,400. He could be a value play here, but at 5,400, someone's going to get 30-plus minutes, high energy, great in the fast break environment. He's been very solid in that mid-range price, and he had a big game in Game 1. Hopefully, we can get that similar type of production. That's what we're banking on when we're see a decrease in salary, but the usage and the minutes on the court is still there, right? So Austin Reeves has the possibility to get you 40 fantasy points. He's been playing solid, still getting double-digit real points each and every game, getting a nice handful of assists and rebounds. Can he knock down a few more shots? I think he can. If he can get close to that 60% field goal range, we could be seeing a 35 to 40 fantasy point production game from Austin Reeves. So love him at that price at 5,400. All right, let's move on to the small fours. We're going to go over to Jimmy Butler here. Jimmy Buckets at 9,400, the leader and anchor of this Miami Heat team. With a lot of guys falling around the Miami Heat, we're going to have to get and dig in on the main guys. Jimmy Butler is number 1. Bam Adebayo's number 2. Even though his price has risen to a spot where it's like, I don't know if I really want to go there, but Jimmy Butler has been solid and has been super, super aggressive. In Game 3, he was able to get to the free throw line and shoot 10 free throws. In Game 2, he was able to do that. In Game 3, he was able to be more efficient field goal wise and knock down the three-point ball. That's why we saw almost 50 fantasy points from there. He's doing it in a various amount of ways here for this team in the Miami Heat. So Jimmy Butler, very solid play at 9,400. The second guy we're going to look towards at that small forward position, let's not forget about Chris Middleton. Yes, Giannis should be coming back. That's only going to help everyone else, all right? And Chris Middleton played very well, as you can see in Game 1 with Giannis on the court. He was able to have 33 real points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. All that attention on Giannis is going to open up shooting lanes for Chris Middleton, for Drew Holiday, for Brook Lopez. Everyone gets the benefit with him being back. And now at this price of 7,500, with the prospects of 40 fantasy points here, definitely want to go towards that. He already has 40 fantasy points performances, 2 out of the last 3 games. So Chris Middleton is looking like his old self. And with Giannis back, this is a must-win situation. Love him at that price, all right? At the power forward position, we're going to be going with Giannis Antetokounmpo. If all signs point towards him playing, then obviously he's going to be a lock for this slate here on Monday here. $10,400 in salary. The normal price for Giannis is upwards of that 11,000 range, so you're saving some salary here. His first game back, hasn't really played much in this series. They're going to need their leader back in this position. So I have full confidence in Giannis Antetokounmpo if he's able to play, and he's going to be able to put up his normal amount of numbers, okay? Triple-double might be on the board for him in this must-win situation here going up against the Miami Heat, all right? Now, let's go on to the center position here, and we're going to start off with Anthony Davis, all right? This is the main guy for the Los Angeles Lakers, all right? Obviously, LeBron James is the sidekick. Obviously, he's older now, so they need Anthony Davis to produce. When he does, then this team is pretty much unstoppable, and they usually win, okay? So Anthony Davis needs to put up big numbers like he did in Game 3, like he did in Game 1, and they won comfortably against these Memphis Grizzlies. And when he puts up big numbers, we're talking about above the 60 fantasy points a game. All right, so Anthony Davis at $10,000 in salary is a must play, because when they win, and they're most likely going to win this game, he's putting up close to near 70 fantasy points in this 2-game slate. There's not many people that can put up those type of numbers. Love Anthony Davis at that perfect price at $10,000 in salary. Okay. The next center we're going to talk about will be Brook Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks here. Obviously, he's going to benefit from Giannis Antetokounmpo being back. We've seen upside for Brook Lopez in the past 5 games, over 30 fantasy points against Washington, against Chicago, and in Game 2 against Miami, able to put up big numbers here. Not taking much threes as I expected, but being more effective and being more efficient here. Brook Lopez is going to be a factor in this series. So love him at that price at $6,100. Let's move on to FanDuel and find the value plays on the slate. For the value plays on the FanDuel, we're going to start off with Duncan Robinson here. With all the injuries for the Miami Heat, here, there's going to have to be a guy to step up. No Victor Oladipo, no Tyler Hero. Duncan Robinson kind of gets his old spot back, all right? Between him and Max Strus, these are going to be the key three-point shooters for the Miami Heat. He played very well in Game 3 with 23 minutes, 20 real points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Did well in Game 2 as well. Got you another 20 fantasy points here. So someone that is a punt play at that shooting guard or small forward spot. Duncan Robinson is coming in and being very, very effective three-point shooter, chipping in with a few rebounds and assists here and there. He's a solid play under $4,000 in salary. I think that is a steal to go grab him. The next guy we're going to talk about is Dillon Brooks of the Memphis Grizzlies. All right. Yes, he is not that efficient shooting the jump shot, but he is an important antagonizer and player for this Memphis Grizzlies team. He's going to see a solid amount of minutes, 25 and above. And at this price, it's continually been dropping. I think this is a spot where we can attack it here. Obviously, he's going to be a little bit more motivated here in a spot where he just got kicked out and ejected in that previous game. He's going to want to bounce back in this one and show, at least try to show his talent against LeBron James here. So at $5,100, I think the price has gotten a little bit too cheap. He's even cheaper on Draftkings. So go towards Dillon Brooks as a value play for Monday, all right? The next guy we're going to look towards will be Caleb Martin, all right? He's another beneficiary of minutes here. He's long and lanky, a very solid defender. And look at the consistency minutes-wise, all right? In each and every game, 25, 28, and 32. It's been increasing in each and every game. He can knock down the jumper, and he came up with 11 rebounds, right? So they're probably going to rely upon him a little bit more because of his size and length and defensive ability. And he was able to come through with 32 fantasy points in Game 3, 27 in Game 2. I like him at under $5,000 in salary. Dual eligibility at small forward and power forward. Caleb Martin is a solid play. All right. And then last but not least, we have Rui Hachimura. All right. The hate has gone too far, right? He's been solid since coming over to the Los Angeles Lakers, playing strong, finishing the regular season, and now he's showing up in this series as someone that can be super, super consistent. If he can turn to what Kuzma was, but more reliable and less wild and crazy, then they hit a home run here in Rui Hachimura. He has so much upsides with his size, his length, his athleticism, and the fact that he can knock down the 3-ball. It was falling short in Washington. Now he's knocking down a little bit more consistently. I think they figured it out here, and I love Rui Hachimura at $5,300. It wasn't an anomaly what he did in Game 1, okay? He's going to be consistent throughout this series and the next series, throughout this whole postseason. He's going to be a very key factor here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Love Rui Hachimura, all right? So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video very soon, all right? Stay tuned to the NFL draft videos. Those are coming out this week as we gear up towards Thursday, and don't forget to sign up for that Patreon right now.